Let me tell you guys what here. I am so stinking excited for this video, this topic, this coverage right here. Hopefully you guys are as well, right? Because heck, you guys are gonna have to be the watcher, right? But anyways, I covered something similar to this about 3 or 4 months ago, and times have changed. I really think it needs to be revisited here. Talking about times changing, think about like last year, even earlier in this year, there's been a lot of just crazy stuff going on, right? Besides all the political nonsense and all that crazy talk, right? It was such a bad year in my eyes because every stinking mouse that came out was tiny. Everything was a tiny little fingertip gripping mouse. But luckily now, it's time for us ergo fans, us big, handful, palm gripping, relaxed claw gripping, mouse loving fans, right? But first, let's get a word from our sponsor, from Elgato and the Wave 3 microphone. As you're hearing right now, this is the Elgato Wave 3, simply plugged and played via USB. That's one thing I love about the Elgato products, or especially the Wave 3 right here. It's simple. Right on the front, you have your mic volume, headphone volume, and then your split right there from your chat, and then your PC volume, which you can control all by the multifunction button right there, giving you indications of the settings right on the front. Right on the top of the microphone, you have this capacitive touch to mute function right there. Not a button where you got to press it and make your mag sound all crazy mid-game or midstream. You simply tap it, bam, and it goes muted. The build is solid with the metal grate up top there, a built-in pop filter, which is great to reduce some of those P's and T's. You also have anti-clip guard technology, which is going to prevent it whenever you get excited and just start screaming in the back of the round whenever you win. It's going to reduce that down so it's not going to get all staticky and crazy in the background. It's still going to pick up your voice nice and clear. But again, the greatest thing about the Elgato Wave 3 is the simplicity. All the features I showed you right there, the sound you're hearing right now is simply plugged and played. You don't need to be a sound whiz to operate this deal right here. It is so easy, and you get this great quality sound right out of the box. Make sure to go check out the Elgato Wave 3, links right down in the description. And first off, we have the SteelSeries Prime wireless here. Wow, what a stinking awesome shape. Fantastic build. This mouse is incredibly solid. And again, when you put your hand on this mouse, it just feels perfect. Again, the shape's gonna be different for everybody, right? But when you put your hand on it here, it's nothing crazy, nothing's overdone. It is ergo, it swoops out and everything. You have this swoop on the side right here, which really locks your thumb into it. And it kind of just, again, makes your hand sit right into it. Now, as far as weight of the Prime wireless, we are gonna get 80.9 grams. As you can see right there, there's nowhere to store the dongle on the bottom. This is your dongle, it is USB-C, but you do get that adapter with it and then your cable that you can route with it like that. But again, the dongle is USB-C. But like I stated, it's not jumbo, it's not huge. We got some bigger ones in this list here, right? So it's very universal, a very safe shape, I feel. What I compare this to, what really comes to my mind every time I use this, is G Pro Wireless, as crazy as that sounds. A little bigger, a little plumper than a G Pro Wireless right there, but I get that same vibe with this. Now, they also came out with the Mini, so if you got smaller hands, if this is a little bit too big, check out the Mini. You might like that as well. But again, as far as the build of this thing, it is stinking solid, rock solid. Only thing I really don't like about it are these tiny little side buttons. I don't know, even that they're small, I wish they were separated a pinch, just so you can clearly decipher them. Because when your thumb sits here, it's really hard to tell it's two buttons. You got a bigger mouse with tiny buttons. Speaking about the buttons, the 1 and 2, they're using their spring-loaded switches, which are very crispy. Now, one other thing as far as the buttons that kind of annoys me a little bit, maybe nitpicky, maybe just for me, but if you notice the buttons 1 and 2 right here, they go into the side of the shell. So when you press, you still have this lip right out there. Again, maybe hard to see in the camera, but a lot of mice you see the buttons will roll over to the side. So when I press down, the lip, again, it's probably so hard to catch, but my finger touches that lip out there. If I'm just out on the side like that, my finger presses right there on that edge, and I just feel the sharp. I mean, it's not cut me or anything, but it's annoying for me to notice and call it out. Also up at the front, you see it charges by a USB-C, which you can use it wired as well. Flipping it over, PTFE right here, there's your power button, and there is your profile or DPI button. So everything that the SteelSeries Prime Wireless is offering, I stinking love it. I really do. The two nitpicky downfalls I put, probably just personal preference. That's gonna be different for everybody. I like how they're now offering the mini in case you got a smaller hand. Great option if you like ergos and you got a smaller hand, right? But I love the build of it. I love the shape of it. I love the performance of it. It's just an awesome mouse. It really is. You get it in your hand and you're like, wow, that's really cool. I really don't think the SteelSeries Prime gets as much love as it deserves. Now, I want to do this live with you guys, right? So we can go through this together. Let's go on and check on the price of the SteelSeries Prime wireless right here. I'm looking on Amazon, by the way, and all links will be right down in the description. So regular MSRP is 130 bucks, but right now on Amazon, it is $116.99, so 117 bucks. I like it. I like it at the regular MSRP, and then heck, at the sale price right here, I like it even more. All right, so the next ergonomic mouse we have right here is the Razer Deathadder wireless. Do we even need to say anything? I think we all know about the Deathadder, right? Look at those dimensions. It's a big one. It's an aggressive one, and when you put your hand on it, wow, you go right into that palm grip. And it fills out your hand. It's nice. Your thumb swoops over, your fingers swoop over. It just sits right into the back of your palm right here. It's a stinking glove. It is so nice sitting in your hand, but no matter what, even if I try to pull into that claw, relaxed claw, which you can, I just always fall into that deep, deep palm grip right there, and it fills out my hand nicely. Now, as far as the weight of the Razer Deathadder V2 wireless here, we are getting 86.4 grams, and wow, that is stinking awesome to see with such a big mouse. Again, there's not too much we got to say about the Deathadder. We all know about it. It is such a stinking awesome mouse. To build on this thing is awesome. It really is. Little rubber textures on the side right there, so it grips in there. Nice big side buttons. Again, the rubber texture on the outside. Kind of PBT feel and rougher plastic on the top. And as far as the button clicks, very crispy here. Flipping the mouse over and looking at it, you have your PTFE feet, and then you have your charge base right down here. If you get the wireless one with the charge base, bam, you can plop it right down on, just like you see with the Viper. Over here, you have your dongle storage, bam, and it just flops right in there. Really cool, the dongle actually says DAV2 Pro, so you know which one you have. Over here, you have your profile button, and then over here, you have Bluetooth and then your wireless mode, which I stinking love. I think every wireless mouse should have that. Maybe a downfall on a SteelSeries Prime that I didn't call out, because again, a lot of the mice we're going to talk about here have the multiple options. Me being a PC gamer, but I also do a lot of work on Macs or heck, go off to my laptop. Really cool to have that swap right there just by a flick of a button. And you get up to 70 hours of battery life this in wireless mode, and then up to 120 hours in Bluetooth mode right there. As far as switching back and forth, use and RGB, again, it's going to depend on person right there. But again, everything, the Deathadder is just like, the Deathadder is a mouse everyone should try. Me, it always stays on my desk. It's not one I use daily, but it's the Deathadder. It's something you need. If you've never used a Deathadder, try one. Now you might be wondering about the Mini. Don't try it. I can't stand the Mini, the Deathadder Mini right there. It's like a joke mouse. I don't know. I just can't stand it. But anyways, Deathadder wireless. Let's check this here together, right? What is going on now? Again, we're looking on Amazon. Razer Deathadder wireless. All right, so it's also on sale. Seems like every mouse we're talking about is on sale. So on Amazon, regular MSRP, 130 bucks, same as the Prime right there, which I think it justifies it right there, hands down. Right now, $103.99, $104. I like it. That is without the dock. Now, I don't know if they sell it on here with the dock. I know the Viper, but say if you do have the Viper or the Basilisk that came with the dock, this will fit on it. You can use the same dock on all of them right there. But again, at 103 bucks, awesome mouse. Next mouse is the Corsair Sabre RGB Pro Wireless. This new release, we actually just recently covered this mouse right here. Such an awesome shape. It really is. Looking at dimensions, yeah, it's a bigger mouse. It's a big ergo one, right? When you put your hand on this, it is so nice. It really is. A little bit bigger of a hump than some of the other ones we talked about, because when you put your hand on it, it definitely comes back there and wraps into the back of your palm back here. It just sits back there. Really nice. But the cool thing about this mouse, it has that swoop on the side. You can see a little bit there as a shadow goes across it, just like we saw in the Prime. Not as drastic as the Prime, a little more mellow right there, but you got that same vibe. Your finger locks right in there. Same on this side. kind of swoops a little bit. What I like to compare this mouse to, and I did it in my main video as well, it's almost like a combination of them, kind of thrown in there, similar to one of the other mice we're going to talk about as well, but you put your hand in this and it slides into there. It is so stinking comfortable. It really is. Now, taking a look at the weight of the Sabre with the dongle out right here, we are going to get 79 grams. And again, with being such a plump mouse, it's just awesome seeing these bigger mice coming at such low weights right now. Now, as far as the button here, they're using the Corsair quick strikes, and they are really to the point. You press down, bam, and they're right there. And then underneath it here, you have your profile button, and then you have wireless and Bluetooth as well. So again, that's a feature I state I love, and I think every wireless mouse should have it, that Bluetooth and wireless. I really love it. And on the Corsair Sabre, you do also have RGB right on the tail end back there, and you get up to 90 hours of battery life on it. Now, talking about the build of this mouse right here, being so lightweight, again, you kind of have that PBT texture over here, a little bit of gloss sliding right through. I really like that transition right there where it goes gloss to that. But anyways, as far as one of my copies, as I showed in my main review, right back here towards the tail end, I had a little bit of creaking. But on my other copy, it's solid as a rock. So what I say is wherever you order from, whether Best Buy, Amazon, Corsair, whatever, you get a 2-year warranty with it. So heck, if you got that little bit of creak back there, just send it back in and get your replacement. Because again, my second copy is rock solid. So all in all, wrapping up the Sabre RGB Pro Wireless right here. As far, it just came out, so there's not gonna be any sale on this one, right? It is at 110 bucks. And again, it's coming in cheaper than the other two right there with a lot of the features and functions it has as far as that Bluetooth and wireless. I love this mouse. I feel like this is an underdog. I feel like a lot of people pass this up here, you know what I mean? Even the wired version, if you don't want to jump into the wireless one off the gate, try out the wired version. I think you're going to be shocked. This is an awesome ergo mouse right here. All right, so the next wireless ergo mouse on our list is the Roccat Cone Pro Air. Whew, I stinking love this mouse. It was my previous main, actually. And looking at the dimensions, it's a little weird one, right? Actually, looking closer at the shape right here. Look at that curve. Whew. Right? And then this side swoops in right there. There you go. You can see it pretty good right there. Now, the one thing that you might be questioning, which also questioned me before I tried it, is I'm not a big fan of those mice where my thumb comes down and sits on the side. I mean, they're okay, they're comfortable and everything, but whenever I start gaming and getting in really fast-paced situations, they don't work out great for me, right? And that was my worry with this, but it really doesn't do that. This is about how I grip it right here. And as you can see, my thumb still comes off the side right there. Now this side swoops in, so it's almost like that ergo and ambi mixed together. The shape is something just, again, it's plump on the top, plump on the back. Your fingers just roll right into it. They really sit into that shape. Difference from the others is the others would flare out a little bit here, kind of resting your pinky. This one, again, your pinky is going into there, kind of giving you that ergo/ambi vibe. And as far as weight on the Roccat Cone Pro Air, we are going to get 72.4 grams, 72.5 without the dongle again. And talking about without the dongle, I really like it here. It's just as simply, bam, clip it in right there, and then you can pull it out. While we're looking at the bottom here, PTFE feet, you have your profile button, and then, yes, Bluetooth and wireless as well with up to 100 hours. And then looking back at the top side, as far as our buttons, they're using the Titan optical switches. Titanium scroll wheel, by the way, which is really cool. Now, as you're hearing those clicks, the 1 and 2 right there, it brings me right back to the SteelSeries Prime. They're crispy, they're a little bit heavier, and they're very clicky. Like, they're gonna take you probably about a week to get used to. Same with the Prime right there, because compared to some other mice, like, let me show you here. Corsair, Roccat. So you can clear as day here, right there. You got that light click over here, and over here you just got like that chomp. Same with the SteelSeries. Again, give it time. Right out the box, you're gonna kind of be like, it's a little strange, you know what I mean? At least what I did, right? Give it a week and you'll be perfectly fine with it right there. Now, you might also be asking, Yo, Techne, why is this one not your main anymore? Well, you're gonna have to subscribe and hit the bell for that one because I'm gonna make a video comparing the two that used to be my main and what is my main. So subscribe and hit the bell for that. But all in all, the Roccat Cone Pro Air. Let's go and pull it up and see what the asking price is right now. Roccat. I think I always say that name wrong. Roccat. You remember the owner of the company told me how to say it right, and I already forgot. Anyways, oh, sweet, not bad. So regular MSRP, 130. We're on like that $130 streak MSRP. Corsair was the cheapest so far. Right now, 99 bucks. That's for the black one. The white one is also 99 bucks. Not bad. Awesome deal at 100 bucks. I stinking love this mouse. It's really cool. It's unique. It's fun. I put it in that class of like the Deathadder. Unique, fun. It's just, again, it's a mouse you got to try. All right, so the last mouse on our list is the glorious Model D wireless. If you watched the video, you know this is my new main right now. And looking at the shape, looking at the dimensions, well, it's a wireless Zowie EC mouse, right? It's exactly that. The button's the same. The front's the same. The swoops are the same. But there's a perfect angle for you right there. See it swooping out on the side? And over here, it's just very gradual. Nothing really crazy going on, right? It's just smooth, it's subtle, it's ergonomic. Put your hand on it, and that's exactly what you get. That nice palm, buttons in a perfect spot. Pull it into that relaxed claw, perfect, because again, you don't have any crazy swoops. Your thumb's not necessarily getting locked in over here. Your fingers aren't getting locked in over there. You got multiple grips that it suits very nicely. It really does. And again, the buttons are in the perfect position. And underneath it here, you have your power button and then your DPI, which is going to let you know which one you're on. As far as the feet, I put on the extra feet right here, but it does come stock with those two there. These are in the package actually, but I like to give it that Zowie-esque type of feel right there, so the whole front and back is covered with the feet. Now I know what a lot of you question with glorious mice is that QC. How's that build quality? Is it good? And let me tell you what, it is solid. No button screeching, no creaking, no rattling, no cranking. It's incredibly solid, and that is awesome to be able to say with a glorious product. It really is. Now taking a look at the weight of the glorious Model D wireless here without dongle, we are getting 70.7, 70.8, somewhere right around there. So again, still very lightweight for a nice plump mouse. Now the Model D wireless does also have some really cool RGB, as you see it on the sides right here. We'll flick the power button and you see it swoop there. You got the scroll wheel, and then on the other side right there, same as you've seen on the Model O's or anything like that. I really like it. It's just a cool little design. But again, I keep my RGB on a very low setting to preserve that battery life if and where I can. And you get up to 71 hours of battery life with this mouse. And by the way, it charges by USB-C because you know everybody needs USB-C these days for some reason, right? But anyways, wrapping up the Model D wireless here. This mouse comes in at 80 bucks, 80 bucks, right? There's a little two nitpicky things I'd say about the mouse. And this is seriously me being nitpicky, right? I wish there was a little dongle storage for it. I don't know. Are you going to be taking in and out your dongle constantly? I'm not too sure. Most of you probably leave it right in your PC. So that's me nitpicking, right? Again, compared to some of the other mice right there, this one does not have Bluetooth. The SteelSeries Prime didn't have Bluetooth either. The other ones did. But again, talking about that price, 80 bucks. 80 bucks. The thing is solid. It feels great. It performs great. I stinking love it. And again, I stated in my main review, being a tech product reviewer, it's like being able to relate with the consumer and not just every high-end product, being able to relate with this as just a regular consumer. 80 bucks, quality product right here. I can't say enough good things about it, guys. And that's why it's my main. The build, the quality, the shape, the performance, the value. I love it. I stinking love the Model D wireless, and I highly recommend this mouse. All right, so there we go. Our top 5 best wireless ergonomic mice. I stinking love all these mice. I've used all of them, and I still continue to use all of them to this day. I really do. I love them all. I really, really love them. I want to know which ones you guys like right down below. Which bigger ergonomic wireless mouse do you recommend? Or heck, which one will you be picking up? If you want to talk anymore, ask right down in the comments. Always glad to talk shop. Heck, especially about some big ergonomic mice here, right? But anyways, it's awesome to see all these wireless ergonomic options we have now. Again, before it was like, how small, how tiny, and how lightweight can we make these mice? It's nice to see these big mice jumping into the game as well. Makes me extremely giddy, right? But all in all, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. Hope I helped you out and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.